Greetings and welcome to my channel. Today is July 3rd, 2018, and I am here at a park near my house. Just came outside here in the evening, early evening, to just do a quick little video, and hope everyone's having a good summer out there on the internet. No matter where you are, no matter where you live. I was looking at some disturbing videos this morning and doing some thinking, and talked with my mother, and I'm gonna go visit with her tomorrow. And I just thought it would be fun to do a little video on this July 4th, you know, so-called holiday, where we commemorate the anniversary of the founding of this country. And you know, through these books that we've studied and looked at on my channel throughout the years, we've discovered that the founders of the United States had something in mind, that they created this Constitution. And now, depending on who interprets the Constitution, is how the laws are made. We have the Supreme Court, and I'm not trying to say like I'm all studied up on all the law and all of these things. There's tons of videos about how, you know, all these different laws and different what can we say, rules apply to corporations, and the founding of the corporate states of the United States of America, you know. And you know, I just wanted to just touch on this because I have a book with me today that relates to, you know, some of the very interesting aspects of history that many Americans may be very unfamiliar with because of the controversy surrounding the topic. Now, I just happen to have in my hands here an original copy of Charles Chiniquy's 50 Years in the Church of Rome. I've had this book for a while, and in this book, in the very beginning pages, state some of the major problems as Americans we face. And I did a video not too long ago on the Vatican Agenda for a Global Government 2018, and I began with this page here. And I'm not trying to be some kind of high-minded know-it-all when it comes to these things. In fact, I would consider myself somewhat of a novice, really. I'm not, you know, very high-minded in my research. I just like to work on my gut level and go with my gut. And there's going to be critics that pop up and will criticize you of this and that, and you just have to learn how to stand your ground and let people be the way they're going to be. If you want to criticize me, I guess that's what you're called to do. You know, I delete comments that are offensive and that really get under my skin. I had one recently, and I think it's too bad that people don't find the energy to make their own videos and start exploring on their own, really, on these topics, because leaving such negative critiques and scoffing type messages just don't do any good. They don't do anyone any good. And this video and this channel is all about edifying one another in the body of Christ. Now, if you're part of the body of Christ, then just sit back and take it in, you know, and leave me your comments, and that's fine. But, you know, when you start to make these gigantic statements about, you know, things that have to do with fundamental beliefs, then it really signifies that you have not the same faith, and that you should go somewhere else and look for someone of your own character. And don't expect that I'm going to allow any place for negative, I mean extremely negative comments in the comments section. It will be instantly deleted, and that's all I need to say. But back to the topic here at hand, we have the dedication of 50 Years in the Church of Rome, written by Charles Chiniquy in 1886. And this is where I started in my reading in my video. Now, the subject of Romanism is an incredible subject, and I want to right away give my thanks and support to Tom Fress of Inquisition Update, who right now at this very moment is reading a very, very significant book, The History of Romanism, on First Amendment Radio, and you can find that on YouTube, and I can leave a link to his, actually you can find the link on my header of my YouTube page, and you can go to it there as well. But it's getting hard to see the screen here and the sun, this black screen on the cell phone. But yeah, this book really says quite a bit about what happened to Abraham Lincoln, and you know, what happened to our country after the Civil War, and how Lincoln was assassinated by the agents of Rome for the purpose of really fulfilling the papacy's role in the world. And after his death, I believe it was 1865, just some years later, I think it was in December of 1869, that Pope Pius IX initiated Vatican Council I, and right there we have a huge historical significance to the creation of these subversive organizations in the United States that were created to subvert Christianity and to change our Republic of the United States of America into a corporate entity. And from that day, it was created into a corporate entity. So really, we're talking about a catastrophic story that never gets heard, the catastrophe of the United States. And on this July 4th, I'm giving you a little bit of that background. Now, tomorrow I will be going to visit my mother, and I believe I might do some more video work then, but right now I just wanted to kind of touch base with everybody and say hello and give you a couple quick thoughts to think about on the 4th. And to those of my fellow Americans, I am witnessing, along with you, the destruction of our people and the continuance of this political nightmare that we live in. And I just want you to know that there's nothing new under the sun. This has happened in Europe over and over and over again, and the United States doesn't have a clue, because everything's been set up. Subversive organizations have been set up through secret societies such as the Freemasonic Order and all the papal knighthoods to conceal the true identity of the man of sin, the Antichrist of the Bible and of history and of prophecy, being the Pope of Rome, and the role that the papacy plays as the seat of Satan in the world from Rome. And we are still in the Roman age. We're doing a study in the book of Daniel right now, Jörg Lissman and Michael and I. And I just talked to Michael this evening, and I want to thank him for inspiring me to speak a word about, you know, these topics of historical value that have little social significance, such as the subversion of the Republic of the United States that was long ago lost. I mean, we really lost our republic after the Civil War, because what happened was that, you know, in a nutshell, what happened was that we ran out of money and we were not able to afford keeping the bills paid in America, so they had to finance American government through European banking. And that's how the European banking cartel got started in America, more or less, in a nutshell. You know, it's nothing, it's not any real rocket science here. It's just really basic, really easy, not hard. Jesus said that my yoke is easy and my burden is light. So that is the message that I bring forth on my channel. And that's what this is all about, is to help you in your understanding of our history and our 1611 King James Authorized Version of the Bible, which represents a very significant view of God's holy word. And the true Protestant faith that this country really was subverted from. Let's put it that way. You know, our American faith has been subverted. Our Christian faith has been subverted, and now we have these political realms. And I'm really ashamed of what's going on in my country, because either you're on Trump's side or you're against him, and it seems like everyone is just focused on that right now. I mean, you can see all these videos on people talking about Trump. And of course, he's our president. And there are those of you that feel the need for supporting him. And, you know, I did not vote. I will not vote in the elections because it's a waste of time. It's a waste of energy. Politics is a means to a religious end, really. And as far as the religion of the Antichrist, I really want to have nothing to do with it. This channel is about freeing those of you, and I was also very much involved with the politics of this Antichrist system from the beginning too. And really, life is not always so easy. In fact, it's a really hard life that we are living, and it drives people to suicide, you know. And people fantasize about these kinds of things. It's too bad, but this is reality. And we know that the Bible tells us that Satan fell from heaven, and that we're going to have to deal with those consequences now. And it's not going to be fun. And this is how it works, you know. The devil likes to take revenge in the flesh. Let's put it that way. And God has given us the Bible, and in the Bible we can read that our flesh really wars against the Spirit itself. So it's quite a journey just to come to the recognition of the historical truth of the Scriptures and what that means in terms of being a Bible-believing Christian, and how that differs from worldly Christianity. So, with that being said, I think that I can give you another view of the little pond here where I'm at. This little park area near my house. This is really nice little spot, quiet. It's really rare that there are people here. Good place to just come to and do little videos like this without being interrupted. So I don't like that. You know, the park where I normally go is very, very busy this time of year. And if I were to go there, I probably would not be able to do more than 2 or 3 minutes worth of record time without having interference, let's put it that way. So I bid you all farewell, and we'll catch up with you next time on my channel. And bye for now.